So we get to learn about the owl and a little bit about the owl and Yoshimura's past. And honestly, I wouldn't mind if the flashback was like longer, like even if it was 15 minutes. But I get it that we only have like, what is this, episode 8, so 4 episodes left. And I wish it was 24, 25, but not much we can do about that. And I mean, it's just, like, it's always that one person. One person really can make a difference. It sounds corny and cheesy, but I mean, like, I remember that lesson from like Pokemon 2000 with Lugia, like saying like, you don't necessarily, like, even though Ash was the chosen one, like, always, sometimes it just takes one person, like one good friend, one like good person that's not even your friend, to say, hey, you're doing a good job or something. And that human was like, oh, you've been alone for so long, like it must be really hard, and like accepted Yoshimura for who he was. Like, not only was he a ghoul, he was like an assassin ghoul. Like, like he was strong. I mean, he still is, but I mean, back in the day, he was just, no one, human or ghouls, could like even handle him. And it was a really sad past, and I feel really bad for him, especially the baby, like considering like how he said the reason why that owl is the way it is because I'm pretty sure he said that a baby that hates everything, like humans, ghouls, animals, like everything, like that's how the owl came from. And I'm not a manga reader, but I think right now, I think the owl is that guy with the white hair who's always hanging around that girl or guy in the Joker costume, like the mask thing. And but I don't know, I could be wrong. And but that's just my assumption. And when Shinohara comes back to the coffee shop, I noticed he didn't have Juzo with him, so I didn't think he was gonna like have a fight, even though like I saw like everyone else was in the, he had his whole like squadron like in the back hiding behind trees and shit, but Juzo wasn't there, and I think Juzo is probably the strongest human they have right now. Could be wrong, maybe Amon and maybe a couple others, but Juzo can take on 2 high class, one-eyed ghouls with those 2 girls, or the girl and the guy, whatever. But I mean, Yoshimura's wisdom, like, they're having this amazing tea or coffee, my bad, and Yoshimura tells Shinohara, like I think Shinohara asked him something about like the bean, and Yoshimura cleverly puts that it doesn't have to be the most expensive bean, but even a bean that doesn't come from as well off like soil or whatever place as another bean can still be used, and even if used correctly become even better than the rare rich bean or whatever, like the more well off bean, which is like a parallel to, just because this is different doesn't automatically make it worse, depending on how you treat it and show it like respect and all that stuff. So I mean there's Yoshimura again with that wisdom, and he's like, you could tell Shinohara's getting it, and like I feel like they would be friends if under a different circumstance, but just because Yoshimura is a ghoul, apparently yet again we have to exterminate ghouls because they're different. Now I understand like some of the ghouls are really messed up, like Jason and all that, but Jason's not there anymore. But it's, I mean, I just really enjoyed that conversation because it makes so much sense, and you can tell that even Shinohara is like starting to be like, like he's not a bad guy at all. He's running a coffee shop where people like come to drink coffee and like maybe have dates or read books and whatnot. So I mean, how dangerous is this ghoul if he like, you pretty much under assumption like with all the leads that Anteku is the place. But I mean, it's I can't even imagine how good these last 4 episodes are gonna be. Like, maybe Kaneki knows the identity of the ghoul, if Yoshimura's son, like maybe he already knows who his son is. I don't know because I don't read the manga, but I mean this episode was, I literally clicked play and it was like at that ending theme song. And I don't really mind that ending theme song. I think it's way better than the opening, but it's still a good song. And it's just such a good anime. Like I know, like I see like on other anime reviewers that they don't like it, how it's like not like, because from what I was told, it wasn't even gonna be like directly based off the manga. But I'm getting off topic. Like, it was another good episode of Tokyo Ghoul. I liked it. I give it like a 9.5 out of 10. Like, the only part I didn't really like, because I mean, I'm not that big of a Toka fan this season right now. Like, I don't really care about the school stuff. Like, it's good job, and like she's doing good and all that, but it's like I don't really not that interested in that. Maybe it's gonna be a big deal like when Kaneki comes back or whatever, and like they go to school. But yeah, 9.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you guys thought, and yeah, we only got 4 left, so Tokyo Ghoul's ending, Parasite's ending. Hopefully spring will treat us well. Have a great day, guys. See ya.